And might I be, well, probably not the first, but one of the first to tell you Happy Thanksgiving. We're so glad that you joined us today because we're going to do something really different. There's no turkey, there's no mashed potatoes, there's no dressing. Yes, this is Thanksgiving. It's a little different. We have a chef from Fontana's restaurant in Manor, PA, Debbie Squires. She's here and she's going to show us some interesting things for a variety of something to do different for desserts, and also a wonderful pumpkin soup. You're not going to want to miss it. This girl is great. She's good, and I've tasted her food, and it's delicious. We've been there, and we really like it. Besides, my Josh, you know, my nephew, he works there. He busses, so we're really proud of him, and we really like the restaurant a lot. But what I want to tell you today is, you know, Thanksgiving, our hearts sometimes turn toward being thankful or thinking, you know, I really do have a lot to be thankful for. You know, it should not just happen one day in a whole year. Thanksgiving should be an attitude of your heart all year long. Because I can't think there would be anybody out there that couldn't wake up in the morning, sit on the side of the bed and say, God, there's a lot I have to be thankful for. That we live in this country is the first thing. That if you were raised in a Christian home, that's another thing. Let me tell you what the scripture says. This is out of the book of Psalms. And this is 107, and I'm reading out of the Living Bible. And it says, say thank you to the Lord for being so good. I like the way it puts it. For always being so loving and kind. Has the Lord redeemed you? Then speak out. Tell others he has saved you from your enemies. Further in the chapter it says, oh, that men would praise the Lord for his loving kindness and for all his wonderful deeds. Let them tell him thank you as their sacrifice and sing about his glorious deeds. Then it says, oh, give praise. This is in chapter 109. Oh, give praise. Oh, God of my praise. Don't stand silent. And he tells you that this is what we should be doing, is thanking God. So could we make it a concerted effort this Thanksgiving, before the family digs into the wonderful feast that you're preparing, could you make sure that you pause and say a prayer of thanksgiving with all your family, the little ones and the big ones, everybody together, and then not just do it on Thanksgiving Day. How about the next day and the next day and the next? The thankful heart will always be blessed. And that's what I want for you, family. We'll be back in just a minute with, or after our hint, to meet Debbie Squires. Stay tuned, please. Here's today's at-home hint. To eliminate soggy pie shells, spread a thin layer of butter on the pie plate bottom before putting the dough in. And when using a cream pie filling, coat the crust with a granulated sugar before adding the filling. This will eliminate a soggy crust.
If you have an at-home hint, a favorite recipe, or just a friendly greeting you'd like to share, we'd like to hear from you. Post it in the comments of this video or visit our Facebook page.
Well, we're in the kitchen, and you look like the chef or the bride. I don't know which one because she's all in white, but you look great. Debbie, welcome.
Thank you very much.
We're so glad you could be with us today. Yeah, you deserve a round of applause for that, because this is not as easy as it looks, is it?
No.
You'd rather be back in a kitchen somewhere whipping up stuff.
Any day.
But I'm glad that Fontana's allowed you to come today.
I'm very thankful that they did also.
Yeah, and that's a great restaurant there.
Thank you very much.
It's really good because, like I said, Josh works there too. And isn't he the best?
Oh, I love him.
He's a sweetheart.
I absolutely love that boy.
He goes the extra mile, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Yes,
okay.
He definitely does.
What are we making first?
Okay, first we're going to start off with a cranberry-cherry pie.
Cranberry and cherry.
Right. Now, what I suggest you use just to buy regular pie filling.
Right.
Nothing fancy.
Like from a can, right?
Right, from a can.
Now, is this 1 or 2 cans?
That is 2 cans.
Okay.
Now, these dehydrated or sweetened dried cranberries, I suggest you buy these. You can buy them regularly dried.
Right.
But you don't want to buy the regular dried ones that aren't sweetened.
See, those
Make sure it says
so
sweetened.
it says it right. Let's show that to the camera. That says it right on the top of that package. It says sweetened right here.
Right.
So that's the kind
that
you
cuts
want.
a little, because these tend to be a little tart.
Well, cranberries are tart, aren't they?
Right, right.
Okay, so you have 2 cans, and are we making a great big pie, a 10-inch, a 9-inch?
It's a 9-inch, but it's pretty full.
It's full, yeah.
I like my pies very, very full.
Yeah, I do too.
So basically, it's about a cup of the dried cranberries.
Okay.
1 teaspoon of vanilla.
This is vanilla, just regular vanilla.
Vanilla extract, right.
Okay.
Now, you could use any kind of pie crust recipe. You could buy the pre-made ones.
Sure.
I like the homemade ones because I feel there's no excuse. But
well, if you're a chef, you would feel that way. Me, I use the refrigerator
Everybody feels differently.
Yeah.
I do like vanilla in my
what
filling.
What does that do to that?
It just gives it a
Enhances
unique
the
flavor.
flavor?
You
Yeah.
will notice it when you eat it.
Okay.
Also in the pie crust,
Plan
if
on
you're
that.
making your own pie crust, when you put the water in the pie crust
Right.
for, to add the liquid,
Right.
I tend to put a teaspoon of vanilla in with that water.
Do you?
Oh yes, and also a little trick, a dash of cinnamon.
Cinnamon, oh.
Right, just
And no
a-
matter what kind of pie or just in fruit pies?
Fruit pies.
Fruit pies,
now,
okay.
cream pies, you can make a little different and have the cinnamon or the nutmeg,
Right.
what have you.
See,
Don't
because I
put-
noticed that in this pie shell that you
Right,
have,
you could see the
you can
cinnamon.
see it, okay.
Right. So,
Now
but
we've included her pastry recipe too. When you get your newsletter, you'll see that we
it's
included
easier
that.
if you fold it in quarters.
Ah,
That way you can control
this
it a
is
little
very
bit better.
easy to deal with, huh? It's very
Right,
pliable.
Right. Now, any excess, of course, you want to cut off any excess.
Or if you have kitchen shears, that works too, huh?
Right, that works a little faster.
Sure, yeah.
But this is
Very nice.
basically it. And then you
Okay.
crimp your pie. If you want to start,
You want me to
wanna
do
start
that?
crimping the pie, and I'll start the soup. I just
Okay.
roll the top crust out
Underneath to sealed.
and,
and
your
then
basic
do
crimp.
my flute. I'll
Right.
do the flute.
And then after you're done, I do vent it.
Yeah,
So-
you have to.
All right. Now, and over here in this
Oh,
pan,
okay, this is the pumpkin soup she's starting
we're
now.
going to start
Okay.
the pumpkin soup. Now, I have what amounts to is a half of a stalk of celery.
Stalk?
Celery, a stalk, a
Okay, the
whole
whole- okay, the
stalk,
bunch.
about a half.
Okay.
Now, when they're individual, they're called ribs.
Ribs, right.
This is a half of a stalk.
Okay, I gotcha.
I suggest you use the leaves, you use the center leaves, especially because they are very, very,
Very
sweet.
tasty, yes.
One stick
Where
of
the
butter
flavor
goes
is,
in
huh?
there. You notice the pan's a little hot, you want it hot.
Yeah, you
Because
do.
there's a lot of liquid that comes out
Sure.
of these vegetables.
Now you did those in a food processor,
Right,
right?
right.
Okay.
It's one onion, one half of a stalk of celery.
Okay.
Now this will feed by basically 6 to 8. It depends on
How big
your
their appetites
appetite,
are.
exactly.
You know, I had two brothers growing up, and they were big eaters. And man, they say this will feed 8. Never happened.
Yeah.
Lucky if it got 4.
Well,
of them
when
done.
if I tell you it's going to feed 8, it will truly
Truly feed 8. Yeah, because you're generous portions out there at Fontana. So
Yes.
How long have you been there?
We've been there, it'll be 3 years in December.
Okay.
And I'm really looking forward to the 3rd year coming up here.
Yeah.
We really haven't altered the menu too much.
Uh-huh.
But
you
what-
have a variety. My
Yes, I
goodness.
run different features throughout the week.
Yeah.
Every day I call it every day is a new adventure. So it depends
Well, you
on
truly
what I
like what
have.
you're doing, and that shows.
I love what I'm doing.
Paul and I had dinner there, and is it the ribeye that you make that's so good there?
Oh, yeah.
That ribeye steak was incredible. Paul was like, oh.
Yeah, and I hand cut all the steaks on the premises.
Do you really?
Oh yes, all the meat is hand cut. The pork.
You should
the
come back
meat,
and
what
show us
have you.
butchering sometime. That'd be
Oh, I
interesting.
could do that too. You wouldn't be too surprised.
Okay, so
All right, yeah, in there
how long
we're-
do you let that go?
I basically sweat it off. Let me turn this
Turn it
up
up
a
real
little bit
high,
more.
yeah.
There we go. Basically sweat it off. It'll go maybe 10, 15 minutes. Okay.
Now, sweat it off means you don't get any brown. You're just getting it,
Right. I
the
just want it
juices.
to help get some of the liquid out, so
Okay.
it's not as watery.
Okay.
Now into
All right,
this.
I'm done with this. Why don't you do the slit and then we'll put in the oven.
Okay.
So you just do a slit from side to side, huh?
Right. Now I do the little leaves things.
Oh, okay.
But I like to wipe off my knife in between.
So you don't get that on top of the.
Right. Like I
Yeah.
just did that one.
Okay.
Okay, then that
And
one
we
will
don't
go-
put anything on top of this.
No, nothing.
Any browns.
When it comes out of the oven, I'll show you. When it
a
comes out of the
heavy
oven,
pie.
I hit it with an egg white wash and sprinkle some granulated sugar when it's still hot.
Oh, and
So
that cooks it enough.
Yes,
okay.
that'll be.
This is
that'll
going
be
into a
fine.
375. Is that what you said?
Yeah,
375.
375 oven,
Oven.
roughly about 50 minutes.
50. Okay.
Yeah, about 45 to 50 minutes. It depends on the oven. All ovens vary.
Sure.
Now you will notice a lot of pies are cooked at a higher temperature.
Right.
I don't personally like to do that because the edges get too brown.
Brown.
I find that if you kick it down a little bit, you get a better, if it cooks it thoroughly.
See, I do mine, start them high, 15 minutes, I drop it.
Right.
Because I do like that brown crust.
Right,
It's
well,
all
I-
according to what you like.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and that's
exactly.
good. Nothing's right or wrong, it's just what you
Right.
like.
Now this
Okay.
soup is extremely easy. It's what I call a dump recipe. Dump it.
dump it all
I'm a
in.
dump cook. Okay.
Okay, that's good.
I had to refigure my recipes
sure.
in order to figure them out for the
Because
rest.
you make it by gallons when you make it for the restaurant,
Yeah,
right?
do I ever. So we can go ahead and start dumping the rest of this stuff
Okay.
in. Even though this isn't quite ready yet, we can finish letting
So
it
you would
cook.
cook that just a little bit longer to
Right.
render out more of the. But
Right.
it's going to be fine anyway, right? Time's
Yeah,
sake will
exactly.
be okay.
Now,
All right.
this is a different recipe also because most people there, pumpkin soup, well, what's pumpkin? They think it's going to taste like pumpkin pie. However, it's not. It's got a little bit of a kick to it. It's not too bad.
Let me get a scraper.
I have
you
one
have
right
one?
here.
Okay.
But I'm
How
going
about
to
I scrape while you do
okay,
go
you
the
can
next
do
round?
that now.
Okay.
Through.
Now what we're putting in here? It's going to be savory, isn't it?
Right, right. It's going to be very, very good.
Yeah, because I always think with pumpkin it's going to be sweet.
Right.
Not so.
Let me grab the cream out.
Okay. This is going to be a creamy soup, pumpkin soup. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Debbie's going to put the rest of the soup together, and then a dessert that you're going to love. I know you will. We'll be right back in just a minute.
Do you love watching At Home with Arlene Williams? Then be sure to check out our new YouTube channel. It's filled with classic episodes from over 20 years of At Home, and more videos are added each day. And don't forget to click the subscribe button so you'll never miss another episode of At Home.
If you're just joining us, we're having our Thanksgiving program today, and I have Chef Debbie Squires, and you've just corrected me that the restaurant, I thought it was in Manor, it's in North Huntington. So that's kind of close though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
But I
right
wanna
a
get it
stone's
right.
throw away.
Okay, we're making pumpkin soup, and what are we doing here now?
I added 4 cups of chicken stock.
Chicken stock
Or
made
you
with
could
this-
use water in base, and a tablespoon of base.
Oh, okay.
It's, you know,
It's
whatever
either
you
one,
have.
yeah.
Some people have the canned chicken stock, and
Right.
that's fine also.
So that will, look how creamy that's looking already.
Right.
Now we know this is the good stuff here,
This
right?
yes, this is 2 cups of heavy cream.
Heavy cream, not...
Straight to the heart. If you have a condition, please don't use heavy cream.
How about the
Use-
light cream?
You can use light cream, you can use half and half, but if you use half and half, you have to temper it first.
Yeah,
so
because
it
it
doesn't
will.
curdle on
You're
you.
right, you're right.
All right.
What
now
else?
We need 1 teaspoon of the curry.
Oh, curry, okay.
This is, like I said, it's a little bit different than you've ever had.
Yeah, because you don't think
And
of curry with pumpkin.
I'm going to go a little bit
A
more.
little extra.
Just because I think it needs it.
Okay, and you can
And
do a
this
little
is-
bit more of that because
yeah.
our guys like this stuff.
Good.
There's one for the pot.
The recipe I have is a 1/4 teaspoon, but the
Yeah.
problem is it depends on everybody's taste.
And you can adjust that,
And what
huh?
have you. That salt and pepper, that's basically it. I am going to throw a little bit of garlic in here. And I
Okay.
usually use minced garlic, and I'm a stickler for fresh garlic.
Oh, you
so
don't use
if you
the,
could please use fresh, it
Yeah.
does
Is that
make
about
it
a tablespoon or so? About a tablespoon.
more like a teaspoon,
Okay.
tablespoon.
Oh, it's a clove. So if you have a big clove,
Yeah.
little clove, whatever.
Now again, that's one's a bulb, one's
Yeah.
a clove.
Yep.
So for the average person, and this is just basically let it simmer for about
Okay.
half hour, 45 minutes till it thickens up.
And that's it.
And I tell you, when I made this the other day at home, it really only took about 20 minutes for the whole
Really?
thing.
That's
Wasn't
great.
bad at all.
Okay, good.
Okay,
now
now
we're
we're
going to
gonna
start
move
on
over
the
to here.
creme brulee.
Now, over
This you're
here-
going to love. Okay.
I need this.
You need
right
this?
here.
Okay.
I need the cream, please.
Cream.
This gets
'Cause
3
that
cups
starts-
of cream.
3, okay. I hope you're going to like try some of these because this will make a different Thanksgiving. We always have the pumpkin pie. We have this, we have that, but this is a little different. And we try to bring you something a little different because we don't want to get in a rut. We don't want it to be the same old. And people have favorites, but I think it's nice to try new things every once in a
Right.
while along with the
It
favorites.
really is.
Okay, now what are we doing?
All right, now Arlene, if you would please,
Okay.
would you take this and
Okay.
beat these till they're lemony color? You're going to add 3/4 of a cup of sugar.
With the whisk or what?
The mixer.
Oh, the mixer. Oh,
beat 'em
we
till
got the
they're
big
lemony
guns out
color.
today, folks. Oh, yeah. They're letting me use this big equipment stuff here. Okay, how many egg yolks is this?
That is 8 egg yolks.
8 egg yolks. That's, you know, separate the whites and the yolks.
Right.
And
Use
how
the
much
whites
sugar?
for another pie or what have you.
Right.
3/4 of a cup of sugar.
3/4.
You want
Okay.
to mix that thoroughly.
And this will
once-
get lighter and lighter in color.
Right, as you go.
Okay. And what are you doing over there? Just doing heating
I'm
that
just
up.
heating up the cream
Okay.
till it reduces down a little bit. Let me get some more heat here.
Maybe we should talk about the ramekins while that's heating up a little bit so they know what to,
Right, now,
to expect.
a ramekin, let me show you one. This thing right here, this thing is called a ramekin. You can get them at any kitchen supply store. You want to get something that is oven proof, yes.
Right.
This is a smaller one. This is a 6-ounce one. They have all different sizes. You go according to your family.
Right.
A little bit thicker and then
Okay.
that'll be done.
Okay.
But like I said, it's hard to find. And I tell you, if you get all these people that are garage sale people,
Uh-huh.
that should be done right there.
Okay, you sure?
Yeah.
Because I can make it go more.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
You get a lot of those people that are garage sale people.
Yeah, you can pick them up there, can't you?
Right. You know, you'd be surprised what you can find, especially
I have bought a
the
lot of stuff.
older kitchenware, you know, the old Pyrex, they
Yes.
have small custard dishes. Creme brulee is basically a custard.
Right.
And that's all you're doing. Now to this, I'm going to add 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla.
Okay.
While that's cooking.
And you have to use good vanilla, huh? You don't want to use the imitation
pure vanilla,
stuff.
Pure
Absolutely.
vanilla, pure vanilla. It's very, very important to use pure vanilla.
Okay. What else?
Okay, the sugar, the pumpkin. Okay, now once this gets hot and comes to a little bit more of a boil, we will temper the eggs into this.
Okay.
I'm just
Do we
waiting
need
for
a
this.
spoon or
to
oh, you have
warm.
your, okay. Wow, look, this is already coming up nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you can see the heat coming in there. You don't use any like cracked red pepper flakes in your brulee, do you?
No. No garlic either.
Yeah, no garlic.
No,
Oh,
no garlic either.
Hey, but there's a thought, you know.
I mean, this is a very, very simple recipe. There's very few ingredients. And I tell you, if you take the extra time, again, it's very important that you have a heavy, heavy saucepan.
Yeah.
This isn't the prettiest pan, but it's the best
works.
pan that
That's
worked for
right.
the creme brulee.
It works, okay. So basically, walk us through, because we're a little bit short on time.
Okay, so what I will do now, say this was,
How much pumpkin is it?
that is a 15-ounce can of
15
pumpkin.
ounce, okay.
Now,
You want to temper these?
yes, I'm going to temper those eggs, and I'm going to
Okay.
show you how I do this.
Okay. Yeah. And the reason why we temper them is because
So
if
it
you
doesn't
didn't,
scramble the eggs.
we'd have scrambled eggs with our creme brulee. We don't
Right,
like that.
and you don't want to scramble the eggs.
Does it matter how much of that you put in there? Or is it just,
Nah,
just until they get warmed up a little bit? Huh?
Yeah,
And then you're just going to pour it.
pour it all together.
Look at that.
Then I put in my 15-ounce can of pumpkin.
Right,
I already have the vanilla in there.
right. Gives a good flavor.
Right, and
Then-
you cook this maybe for, once you temper the eggs and put the eggs in there, thank you.
Sure.
You will cook it maybe another minute and a half, no, maybe 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay.
Depending on, you want to go where, the best way to do it is if you put a spoon in it, where it
Right.
coats the back of
The
the
back
spoon.
of the spoon, I got you.
All right.
Okay. Then you're doing a water bath, right?
Right.
How about, let's show what that water bath's all about,
That's
okay?
called a bain-marie.
Bain-marie, yes. Is there a difference between a water bath and a bain-marie?
No, it's the same
Same
thing.
thing, that's what I thought it was.
Fancy terminology, that's all.
We're using the French, okay?
And I just take a regular pan,
Okay.
fill it about halfway, maybe 2 inches with water, and you're going to put your ramekins right in there.
So
as
those
you're
little,
filling
those
them.
little ones,
Right, and it will bake right in here.
okay. So you're going to fill them, do you fill them clear to the top?
Oh, just about.
Almost to the
Yeah.
top, okay.
They bake, now I have it, originally I have it as 45 minutes.
Right.
But I noticed these ones I baked earlier, they only took about 20 minutes.
Really? And what's the temperature?
That was at 325.
325. Then you let them get cold, right?
Right.
And then what do you do?
And then I will flame them with a torch, but most people don't have a
with some
torch.
brown
so
sugar?
You could, yeah, no, you put regular white sugar
Oh, regular
on.
white sugar, okay.
White sugar on. And you can flame it under the broiler. You can put them under the broiler to melt that sugar, or if you can have a
Get a
torch.
torch, yeah.
Torch works fine.
Great. Okay, you know what? We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll be in the dining room with everything she's made today. And remember, all the recipes are available, and here's how you can get yours.
Just go to ctvn.org/at-home to get all the recipes from today's show for free. That's right, no subscriptions. They're available online at no cost, and more are being added each day. So join us at ctvn.org/at-home to get today's recipes now.
Thank you so much, Debbie, for doing this. I know
You
it's a
are
lot of extra
more
work
than
for you,
welcome.
but this is a wonderful way to celebrate Thanksgiving with friends, with family. It's what it's all about.
I also want to make a note that I forgot to tell you to put 1 tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice into the brulee.
Right. So that's going to
That
be in the
was on
recipe
off
when
the
you're,
air.
look how beautiful they are. And all she did was she sugared the top like she told you, and then she used a torch, but you can also do them in the broiler, right. And that makes about 10 that size. The recipe she gave you today makes 10 that size. That's a lot. That's nice for like your company
Nice
and
gathering.
something the next day too if you have anything left over. And there's her pie down there, but look at this. Is that the most scrumptious looking? Oh, I tell you what, somebody said a scoop of ice cream on that and you'd be over the edge. And you know what? That would put me over the edge, but this would too, because look at that pie. That is so flaky. I can't believe how beautiful that crust is. Nice and flaky. And look at all that wonderful filling. And it doesn't run. You can see it's delicious. Absolutely delicious and absolutely vibrant in color. You're going to want to be sure to add that. That's kind of nice for the pumpkin too, because it kind of balances it out, you know, because everybody doesn't like pumpkin, let's face it. I don't know why. And then next to that wonderful pie is our soup. And you can see that makes a whole lot. We just hollowed out the pumpkin. We slid a glass mixing bowl in there, decorate it around, and put our pumpkin. The nice thing about that is you take the bowl out and throw everything away. Don't even have to worry about it. That's the nicest part. The cleanup is easy on that. But that could be the centerpiece in your table. That could be on your side server, whatever. Just get a little creative and let the kids get involved. We just put some grapes around the edge, beautiful candles that we have. Pull out those nice linens that you have. Keep the colors of fall. The orange, the rich colors, the oranges, the browns, the greens, the golds. Look at this table. It is absolutely vibrant with color, and we're so happy. Thank you again, Debbie.
You're more than welcome.
So
Thank you
wonderful.
for having me.
It's just so wonderful to have you here, and we want to thank Fontana's, and that's on Pennsylvania Avenue?
In the Straw Pump area of North
Straw
Huntington,
Pump.
PA.
Okay, and it's North Huntington. I got that wrong the last time. But we're glad that you joined us. We're glad. Thank you to Fontana's. We'll be there soon again. And thank you for joining us. It's always wonderful. Be sure to join us the next time because it just wouldn't be the same without you. Happy Thanksgiving, family. The Lord bless you. Keep a thankful heart.
Furnishings provided by Levin Furniture, featuring Lane's Country Living Collection. Food provided by Jordan Banana Company, wholesalers of fresh fruit and vegetables in Trevosburg, Pennsylvania.
Don't forget to click the subscribe button so you'll never miss another episode of At Home. Thank you for watching.
Cornerstone Television wishes to thank all our faithful viewers whose consistent prayers and financial support have made this program possible.